I'm Antonia Mercarella, CEO of the REIQ. Welcome to Close-Ups, a series where we delve into the worlds of agents working in the property industry. In this season, we'll be exploring all things health and well-being related and learning how agents cope with the increasing demands of the property sector. And what better way to explore this topic than with a wonderful and decadent spa treatment here at Stephanie's. I'll be going toe-to-toe, quite literally, as we enjoy a foot spa and a chat. So let's find out how these agents are prioritising their mental and physical well-being whilst also running a successful real estate practice. Today we're joined by Nicole Bragg from Explore Property in beautiful Cairns. Welcome, Nicole. Lovely to have you with us.
Yeah.
So Nicole, I want to talk a little bit about your techniques for de-stressing, because you're probably a little bit anti-traditional relaxation methods. We were talking earlier on about certain things you don't enjoy doing. So talk to us a little bit about what works for you and more specifically what you don't enjoy doing when it comes to relaxation.
I think my worst holiday I ever had was to go to the Maldives and sit on a sit in a bungalow and have massages and drink alcohol and do nothing for 10 days was probably my worst holiday ever.
Right, so, that's not your scene?
No, not at all.
And it's really interesting because I think for some people that is not a form of relaxation. So you're more of an adventure seeker. You'd rather do something physical.
Yeah, to climb a mountain and be out in the elements is where my happy place is. And I don't even really like meditating, to be fair. Like it's just, but I've come to realise that probably is my meditation.
Okay, so climbing mountains is your meditation. You don't do meditation per se?
No. You know, I probably just haven't mastered it, to be fair.
Yeah, well, but I think it's important to recognise that different techniques work for different people, and sometimes it can be stressful when you hear these people that are talking about meditation or yoga and you try it and it's not your thing. You almost feel like you're doing something wrong, and I don't think there's a right or a wrong way to relax. It's just about working out what works for you.
Yeah, I agree, and I think as you get older you realise what does work for you and that you don't have to apologise that I don't do traditional meditation, and that just what makes you happy. And for me, like just to go for a walk, to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and not a 5 a.m. club or the pressure that's what you've got to be a part of, but just to be able to get up and just have my own time. I don't like exercising with people purely because I think our whole business is about being on time and you know, like fitting in with everyone else's needs. I like just 5 o'clock, my own walk. And
so 5 a.m. every morning, you go for a walk on your own.
Yep.
No music, just completely switched off.
Sometimes if I'm like feeling, if I, you know, like within my team that I want to make some changes from, you know, to get the energy higher, I'll listen to a few podcasts.
Okay.
But most times it's just no music, just in my
alone time.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
And I want to talk about something that I find extraordinary about you, and I'm sure many salespeople watching will be envious. You have a policy that once you get home, there's no mobile phone.
Yeah, I don't bring real estate into my home at all. My family. It was funny because just, you know, for the last couple of years I've been in the top 5 in Cairns as agents, and there was a big billboard up, and my son was quite amazed. He was like, "Wow, Mum, is that you? Why?" Because they just don't know. And I've just been able to look.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. I really you know, the time that I'm at work, I work, and when I'm at home. So. And I've never ever had to question or answer to anybody, as in the clients, that I haven't answered. So
so that was going to be my no pushback from clients about that. No pushback from.
Can I say not once?
That's
not
pretty
once, and that's probably been
extraordinary.
going for about 10 years.
And I think many people would be surprised to hear that, because often that is the perception. I have to answer the phone
Yep.
exactly when it rings or I'll lose business. But
Yep.
clearly you're one of the top performing agents in Cairns.
Yeah. Look,
And so how long has this been your policy,
I've
if
been
you
doing
like?
that probably solidly, probably for 10 years.
Okay.
It was probably around the same time that I stopped working Sundays. I used to always work, I worked 7 days a week, probably for the first 10 years of my career. And then about 10 years ago, I just decided that, it was time, that it was family time, the kids were going to school. It was fine to be able to have a bit more flexibility when they were smaller. And so I started having Sundays off, and interestingly enough, I just changed my mindset of what work I did during work hours.
Yeah.
And that I was quite, I was very disciplined in not allowing outside noise or office noise to come into what I had to get done. And
you're very strict about that, aren't you? Because you have got that policy of not taking work home and switching the phone off
Yep.
while you are at work
Yep.
and you are working.
Yep.
You're very disciplined about not allowing distractions to take hold.
100%. But, and it's, I guess the reason I had to do that is I had to ask myself what was important in my life, and really it's my family.
Yeah.
So to muck around and dick around through office hours, it wasn't conducive to why I was doing real estate, so.
But I think also the fact that you've been doing this for a decade and you are still one of the most successful agents up north, I think it speaks volumes about the ability to get both of those things. Your home life is clearly great and you get to spend lots of time with your children, but you've also got this very successful real estate business that you've built. So, we often talk about, can we have it all?
Yeah.
I think you can. You just have to know how to manage those two things successfully.
Yeah, and I think also too, I do work 6 days a week, but my Monday I actually do work from home, so it's just really, I could be in my pajamas or, like I kind of tinker around my house on the Monday, but I still answer my phone on the Monday, so my PA, the phone's diverted to me. So I find it a relaxed day anyway, so I kind of feel like it's a day off.
Yeah.
But I just have, I really don't work too many extra hours. Like I work, I would say, a normal work week, to be fair. I work 6 days, but, and my PAs don't work extra hours. So it's just, we have our systems in place and we stick to it and we just get it done.
That's outstanding.
It's fun.
Thanks so much for joining us, Nicole, and telling us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you very much. That's cool.
We'd like to give a special shout out to Stephanie's for hosting us today. Synonymous for luxury, innovation and curated beauty, the award-winning Stephanie's collection of day spas are committed to unsurpassed guest service and unparalleled spa therapy. For a short time, they're extending a 10% discount on any treatment with a 60-minute duration or more. Mention the promo code REIQ at the time of booking to receive this special offer. I'm Antonia Mercarella and this has been Close Ups. Thanks so much for joining us.